Welcome to DS Trucks. So, I've been doing some testing with the oil on my 6.7 high output power stroke, and what I've been doing is extended drain intervals with Hot Shot Secrets and with amsoil. With the amsoil, it's been 0W40, and the Hot Shot Secrets, it's been 5W40. And what I've been trying to do is figure out which one of these oils, being probably one of the two most expensive oils that you can grab off the shelf, so to speak. I mean, they're really internet brands, so I guess off the shelf would be the wrong term, but it's very easy through either site to grab either product. And honestly, it's easier than going to the store to pick it up. So either Hot Shot Secrets or amsoil. So I was very curious. I was thinking maybe the amsoil will blow the Hot Shot Secrets out of the water, but I'm not exactly sure. I wasn't exactly sure until doing the oil analysis. So popping over here inside the office where I got both the oil analysis right here on the desk. Now, the thing about doing the oil analysis, I didn't want to just do a normal standard oil change, because what will that tell us? We all know that these oils will perform just fine under normal conditions. So what I did is I did an oil life cycle, and then I reset it and ran it another 50% just to see, am I going to be able to run this for like 2x in oil life cycles? Like, I think Amazon will claim 2x what the manufacturer recommends. Or is it going to tell me to change the oil right now? Whatever. So I did that for both oils. The the Hot Shot Secrets right here on my right, and the amsoil on my left. And it's interesting here on the second report, it kind of keeps everything in chronological order. We're using oil analyzers, which is a pretty good solution. It costs about $30 per test. And what we found is both of these oils had a little bit of a negative comment. Not horrible. They weren't saying that the oil should even be changed particularly, but we're just seeing a little bit of metals that I usually don't see by just sticking with the manufacturer's recommendations, even with like a synthetic blend or whatever base oil from Motorcraft, your oils that you can get for a lot less money, like the uh, what's it called? It comes in a blue bottle. I can't think of it. Oh, the Shell Rotilla. The Shell Rotilla has just as good of numbers when you're, or better numbers if you just stay within the recommendations. So as far as these oils being good for 2x, at least what I think they both claim at least 2x the manufacturer drain interval. I don't know if you're gonna get the most out of your engine if you were to just run these just oil by itself, 2x, no bypass filtration, anything like that. I don't think you get as good a results long term. Now, what did we find? Neither one of them came back with a green number one. And since using oil analyzers, I don't know if you how I've always had an orange, at least an orange number two. So what did we find with the Hotshot Secrets? We we come up with this result. Flagged data does not indicate an immediate need for maintenance action. Continue to observe the trend and monitor the equipment and fluid condition. Fuel dilution is at a moderate level. Fuel dilution possibly caused by excessive idling. Base number is slightly low. As base number depletes, your ability to neutralize acid is diminished. Chrome is at a minor level and is possibly coming from the piston ring plating. Please provide missing fluid product name to compare data to the correct standard lubricant, and acknowledge filter change. So I guess when I did this test, they got the oil. They didn't get the fluid name. I guess I thought it was on there, but they don't seem. It seems like they don't know. Now, what's nice about this is it will put the history of the oil next to each other. So we have one, two, and if I do a third, now I have a full report. So for a truck like mine, it could be worth it just to keep, even though it's more money, to do an oil analysis every time. And then long term, I can really show some maintenance records. That being said, uh, I am not building the best freaking maintenance records ever, but they're not the worst. I mean, you want to know the condition of the oil, say I'm sell or engine, I'm selling a truck. I got from 35,000 to 40,000, and then the next one's going to be from 45,000. So I don't get I don't get more than 5,000 miles. I get like 4 to 5,000 miles, and I'm typically under 5,000 miles, and that's following the oil life monitor. So I really wonder, does that monitor give you the most out of your oil? It does seem like maybe it does. So looking at the results from the amsoil zero W40, and we're going to compare that right next to the 540. So flagged data does not indicate an immediate need for maintenance action. Interesting. Continue to observe the trend and monitor the equipment and fluid level. Interesting. Fuel dilution is at a moderate level. That's the same. Fuel dilution is possibly caused by excessive idling. We did idle pretty excessively. Lead is at a minor level and may be overlay material from a main rod bearing. Minor level though. Flagged data does not indicate. Flag data indicates a slight lube mixing. Please provide fluid product name to compare data to correct standards. Lubricant time was not specified in the sample. Please provide this unit's sump capacity with the next sample. Lubricant and filter change acknowledged. Lubricant and filter change acknowledged. So both of them acknowledged their lubricant and filter change. And it's pretty interesting that between these two oils being ran so hard, there's no clear winner. Like both of them have kind of a minor metal detection. A little bit of the bearing detected, and the amsoil, a little bit of the piston detected in the Hot Shot Secrets. Uh, it's hard to say. Neither one of them are particularly better. I mean, if we look here at the side by side, the sample 1 and sample 2. Sample 1 will be the top one, which would be the Hot Shot Secret, and sample 2 will be the bottom from February 6th and April 10th. Wow. From December, let's see, this one ran from December to February, then March to April. So both the same, I think they're roughly the same amount of miles, but the fuel dilution is a little bit higher with the Hot Shot Secrets. Another thing that I noticed with the Hot Shot Secrets is my oil was consumed more with the Hot Shot Secrets, and with the amsoil, I really don't have to add any oil to the amsoil when it's running. The soot, the same. The water is the same. The viscosities are basically the same with the Hot Shot Secrets, maintaining just a little bit better viscosity, but within, 12.9, 12.5, meaning that as far as these oils are concerned, they're at the very bottom end of a 40 weight or the very, very top end of a 30 weight. And I think, when you look at these oils and you try to decide which one's the best, the 1030, the 540, the 040, well, between the 540 and the 040, as this oil's been used pretty heavily and then extended out again and all this fuel dilution, our viscosity is still pretty good. Whereas this is the starting point, that 12.9, that 12, if you're at like 12.0, you're at 30 weight, but the very thickest 30 weight that you could possibly have. And with our usage toward the end, we're just picking up at the 30 weight. So our viscosity is good, and we could probably keep running as far as viscosity is concerned. Base number, the amsoil has a higher base number, but only a little bit, 3.2 versus 3.4 for the amsoil. So amsoil is just slightly higher. Another thing that we have is our amsoil's got a lot of magnesium left in it, and our hot shots has a bunch more calcium when it started. So just a difference in how they do their additives, but nothing really jumping out. So for me, in the amsoil versus the hot shots, I had just a little more lead, and that's marked on the amsoil being on the bottom row, just a little more lead. But with the hot shots, I had a little more chrome. So, is that a bad thing to have? Well, it'd be better if there was none of that. One of the things I really am curious about, with these oils, do better with a bypass filtration that would grab this oil or filter this oil down to a lower micron. Um, that's another interesting concept. But as far as which one's better, I'm kind of just leaning a little bit toward the amsoil, only because the fact that I got a little bit less fuel dilution and I burn the oil off less. Like, I'm not having to add oil to the engine when I'm running that AMSOIL. So that's why I've kind of been sticking with it. I am going to try the 1030 AMSOIL and then compare it to their 540 and do a full oil analysis, because I'm so curious what is going on with this oil with the 1030, because Ford gives you so many options, and I just don't know which one's better. So I really want to try the 1030 and see. But I lean toward the 540 or the 040, because toward the end of this oil life, I'm just picking up at the 1030 viscosity. So what happens if I run 1030? Do I shear it down to like it almost falling out of the 30 weight, or does it just maintain its viscosity? Because it can be more, maybe it's more stable oil. I don't know. But anyway, comment below which one do you guys think, or what do you think about this oil analysis. And my name is Sean. This is DS Trucks. I got to get out of here, but hope to hear from you soon. Over and out.